Yes, having all information. So simply here report means nothing but it consists of all information, right, at your fingertip, right? So whenever we are in school, childhood, or whenever in our schoolings or intermediate, everyone by seeing the report they can gather the information and they can get what is what, right? And how many marks they have secured and what are the things to improve that. Okay, with this we can do some analysis and we can do some changes on that, right? So whenever here reportings are there means definitely we are developing any projects means there will be a report for that with the help of this report can understand what to do and what not to do, and according to the plan are we working properly or not. Okay, like that all information will be providing at your fingertips, right? So even though product managers or the team leaders whenever they are seeing this report they can clearly understand what is happening and what are the things remain to do, okay, before the time has been expired. So that depend upon these reports they are going to be taking some actions and steps. Either they will be increasing the team size, either they will be involving the third parties or some outshore peoples to work on that particular project. But finally the aim of that particular project is to complete in time, right? Why? Because they have to make the customer happy and they have promised to that customer that we will deliver this project within this time, right? So for this all purpose this all should happen means definitely they will be depending upon some reports, right? So here reports are of two types one is the progress report and second one is the management report. So what is this progress report? Mainly this progress report represents about the team, okay, what they are working, what is pending, what is yet to be do, and what they have to concentrate and how they have to improve their product code quality. Okay, these all things they are going to be analyzing and thinking on that and putting all things on a reports, right? So progress report mainly or exactly it will be specifying the reports on the progress of the team, so that they will be concentrating on that and they will be working on that particular areas wherever the things are at back. We are going to be recovering that and we are working on that either by increasing the size of the team or by involving the others, right? And we can take the help, right? So vision statement of this progress report is nothing but we to accomplish the goal, right? We have to work according to the plan, then only we can reach to our goals and we can satisfy the customers, right? And next here we are going to be conducting like a weekly demos. Okay, they will be conducting some weekly demos to provide a progress to the customer and involving the customer whatever the work they have done. Okay, they will be involving the customer and they will be taking help from them. Everything is okay, customer is giving the feedback, based upon that they will be updating and they will be maintaining some progress, right? So like weekly demos they will be involving the customer or day by day. Okay, they can according to their wish how they have scheduled they can involve that customer either by a weekly or either by a day to day, right? And next release and iteration plans to know the progress of the work need to be completed, right? So whenever we are going to be releasing particular or want to move to the next iterations, definitely we have to complete our project according to that progress, right? Then only we can perform these two things, one release and second is iteration for the next plan, right? Next, burn up charts. Okay, burn up charts can be called as simply bird's eye view, means each and everything keenly observation right? It is an excellent way to get like whatever the things are done in the project and whatever the things have been remained and way to work, how to work, all information. Okay, it shows the progress and predicts the completion date. Are we can we complete in time or not? These all things they are going to be checking, right? So it is burn up chart means it consists of that all information. Based upon that we are going to be working, right? So these are the four practices which involve in this progress reporting, right? Other than this progressing reporting, okay, other than this four, we are having like roadmap also, ma. Okay, roadmap. Why this roadmap means? Roadmap is nothing but it is a one journey, ma. Means already we have used that code means. Okay, we will be maintaining some documentation. So with the help of that, yes, we have already worked on it so that it will be useful for us, right? So like that here, this roadmap it will be providing some detailed information, okay, some vision statements, right? So that we can do some proper release and iteration plans on that. And here they will be maintaining some document, and they will be summarizing all the planned releases and features in it, right? So roadmap is nothing but just it consists of all the information in detail, and they will be maintaining it as a document. And whenever they will be releasing or they will be releasing or doing any iterations means at that time this roadmap will be useful, right? So whenever we have done first iteration, so whenever we are doing to the iteration 2 means whatever the things we have done, okay, how we have used, what we have used, for that definitely to refer that things also we need some documentation, right? And next, status email. Okay, status email means here weekly status emails are going to be maintained in a form of iteration demo, ma. Whenever the iterations demos are there, okay, they will be gathering all the list of stories and they will be completing or not. Okay, they will be making one list. Okay, according to that list is that iteration or whatever the projects they have done completely or not. Okay, right? And they are going to be including like a current range of probable completion scopes and dates, right? And they according to that they will be doing the changes and checking the previous reports. Okay, depending upon that previous reports, changing any changes they have done means they will be writing that. If not done means they will be using that reports, right? So simply they can add or remove the stories from the schedules, right? If customer is not happy, then remove the story. Okay, according to that, add the story. Like that, the changes are going to be done. But everything should be in honest గా ఉండాలి, and accurate status report should be there. Why? Because here team members and the developers they will be referring these reports. Based on that only they will be working, right? So next second type. What is second type? Management progress, right? So management progress mainly it belongs to whom? Mainly it belongs to whom? Management reports. Yes, management's reports are for upper management, like organization will be maintaining, right? So mainly management reports are for the upper management, ma. They will be providing all high level information, and they will be allowing the management to allow two things, ma. Mainly one is analysis and the second one is the set the goals for the team, right? And they will be focusing on the four practices. Okay, what are that means they will be concentrating on the four practices. First is productivity. Whenever we are delivering one particular product, mean definitely that product should be delivered in time, and it should be a good quality of product, right? So whatever the time we have taken to complete that project, within that time we have to complete and provide to the customer, right? So we should not take much time, and we should not exceed that time, right? So like that productivity we can improve. Means software development productivity is notoriously difficult to measure. It sounds simple. Productivity is the amount of production over time, right? So next, throughput. Throughput means whenever we are working, right? Like adding n number of features to that particular product, right? Within that time, is it sufficient? Okay, time is sufficient or not, means is that product will be working properly or not with all these features. These all things we have to check, right? Throughput is the number of features the team can develop in a particular amount of time. Okay, whatever the, if they have listed some 10 features, okay, within that within that particular time, have we added that all 10 features into that product or not? Okay, like that throughput we have to check. And defects, okay, defects means whenever we are doing any testing, any problem has been done or any bugs has been erased, means definitely here we are tracking that all defects, making it as a list. Okay, so once the coding అయిపోయాక ఏం చేస్తారమ్మా, developers will be sending that project to the testers. What they will be doing, they will be identifying all the defects and counting the defects, tracking the defects. Based on that, they will be generating one report. These all are the defects, you have to do the modifications, means again it will be sent to the developer will be doing the remodification by applying a refactoring technique. Okay, refactoring technique means each and everything he will be observing and identifying, right? And time usage of time wisely. Okay, usage of time is wisely. So that is management reports, right? So management reports, here results will be there, means what will be the results with the help of this report, means appropriate reporting will help stakeholders trust, okay, that your team is doing good work. Definitely it will be helping to the stakeholder, and simultaneously team will be getting some appreciations from the higher authorities. And contradictions and alternatives, frequent communications can sometimes take place of formal reporting. If this option is available, then time is saved. Okay, so this is the contradictions and the alternatives. So this is about the progress reporting. Reporting is of two types. Okay, one is what is one? First one is progress report, and the second one is the management reports, right? And we have discussed this SLOC also, right? SLOC and the function points. SLOCs are nothing but, here whatever the project we have written, for that there will be some lines of code, means here we are doing some estimation. Okay, how many lines of code we have written. Okay, if it is short code, okay, if it consists of some 30 to 20 lines, means it will be easy to find the errors and the bugs. If it is more than that, means here we can't find the bug and we can't do some refactoring, it will be consuming much time, right? So depend upon the software size, here we have to correlate the features or the values. So here whenever we are using this SLOC, okay, here size estimations are going to be done. Okay, how many lines of code we have written, these all things, right? So it's defined as a number of delivered lines or encoding, and it will be depending upon the programming language. For example, if you people have written for swapping of two numbers in C language, you have written in how many lines? Some 15 lines, right? But coming to the Python, you have written into some 3 lines, right? So like that, depend upon the programming language you have selected, you can either increase the lines of code or decrease the lines of code by using a particular language, right? Depends upon the programming language, we have to select that and we have to write, right? So like that, function points will be there. Okay, function point analysis, these all things you people have discussed in software engineering, where we are using means software measurements. Okay, in software measurements, again it is classified into LOC and the functional points, right? Have you remember or not, I don't know, but there we have already discussed, right? So function point analysis, what is this function points analysis mean? It's derived by using relationship between complexity of software and information value. right? So for example, here we are having different users. Okay, they are sending some input, they need some output based on that. So here there will be one internal logical files will be there. I will show you one diagram so that you can understand. Okay, so these are the users. Okay, user, they are sending some input, and between that here one file will be there. What is this file means? Internal logical. Okay, internal logical file. Okay, internal logical file. Internal logical file. I am writing ILF. Okay, and next here we are having EIF. What is this EIF? Have you heard? External. Yes, external internal files. Okay, external internal files. So here user will be there. Here also user will be there. They will be approaching to this internal logical file. Okay, they will be sending the inputs or doing some enquiries. Okay, now user one has sent some input. According to that, it will be searching the file and have to provide that output to the customer. Okay, or he is writing some code. Okay, he have to run that code and he have to provide the output for that, right? So have to provide that output. And next user 2 is doing some enquiry. Okay, based on that enquiry, here it have to provide the output. So when it will be switching to this external internal files means whenever the data is not available in this internal logical files. Okay, at that time in external, okay, external internal files, it will be providing the data to this. With this, it will be providing the output to the particular users like this, right? So this is about source lines of code, right? So mainly it is a language independent. Mainly it is a language independent. Here it is used to measure the software size. Okay, measure the software size, and we are going to be well designing code, okay, by supporting some multiple features without duplications, better design and less duplications, fewer lines of code. Okay, whenever we are writing fewer lines of code means it will be can design the better design and no duplications will be there, right? So this can be sought carefully designed, take time and effort, but results in few bugs and software that easier to change. And reporting LOC or function points encourages your team to produce more lines of code per day. Rather than increasing its productivity, your team is most likely to spend less time on design quality, right? So but it is true that they can work, right? So whenever the design quality is good means definitely customer will be interacting to that. So mainly what will be happening in this LOC means here you will be focusing on the code means unable to focus on the software quality. Okay, it will be going down. So the research shows that the more lines of code a program has, the more defects it is likely to have, the more and it will cost to develop. So all in all, SLOC and function points are some they are providing some productivity metrics, right? So it can be useful for the end of the project comparisons to all the industries, and they can avoid all the weekly reports and whatever the things they have done. Okay, they can improve these all things by adding the number of stories to that. This number of stories can be collected from the customers. Okay, they will be involving them in each and every iterations, and they will be adding or doing refactoring in that. And velocity means simply here we are taking some steps how to improve and what will be the results. Okay, improvement in the productivity, simply we can say, right? And code quality. Okay, so code quality, if I am writing that code in Python, it consumes 3 lines. If I will be writing in some C or Java, it will be consuming more than 10 to 12. So we have to think these all things before we are working on particular project, right? So we have to do some investigation. We have to do some apply some matrices. Based on that only, here they are useful, means useful tools will be provided for the developers, so that they should not face any problems, okay, when they are going to be releasing any product to the customers, right? So this is about the SLOC and function points, right? SLOC and function points.